Folks, as you probably know, Pete Hegseth has called military brass from all over the world to a speech here in the United States, and he detailed some big changes coming to the military. Let's go through it. Number one, mandatory morning interpretive dance protocols. In what military historians are calling the most bewildering reform since Napoleon tried to invade Russia in winter, all service members must now begin each day with a 15-minute interpretive dance expressing their feelings about national defense. Marines at Camp Pendleton have reportedly been practicing their ballistic missile ballet, while Navy SEALs are perfecting something they call the submarine shimmy. One anonymous colonel was overheard muttering, "I spent 30 years learning to unalive with my bare hands, and now I'm doing jazz hands to America the Beautiful." Number two, the Great Camouflage Color Wheel Initiative. Forget olive drab and desert tan. The new regulations mandate that combat uniforms must rotate through the entire visible spectrum based on the day of the week. Mondays are hot pink to boost morale. Wednesdays are neon orange for visibility, and Fridays are holographic silver. Well, because it's the future. Military suppliers are reportedly in crisis mode, with one contractor sobbing, "Do you know how hard it is to make glitter tactical?" Number three, mandatory pet emotional support battalions. Each platoon must now adopt and maintain a minimum of 3 emotional support animals, but, and here's where it gets spicy, they cannot be traditional pets. Current approved species include alpacas, peacocks, and moderately friendly cassowaries. Fort Bragg has already requisitioned 47 hedgehogs, while the Pentagon itself is reportedly considering an emotional support octopus for the Situation Room. Nothing says military readiness like a platoon of paratroopers repelling with emotional support ferrets, noted one bewildered general. Number four, the whisper-only Wednesday doctrine. Yeah, this in a move that communication experts are calling catastrophically counterproductive. All military communications on Wednesdays must be conducted exclusively in whispers. This includes battlefield commands, air traffic control, and nuclear launch authorizations. One Navy pilot noted, "Have you ever tried to whisper 'incoming missile' over the roar of a jet engine? Is like trying to perform brain surgery with oven mitts." Number five, mandatory haiku battle reports. All after-action reports must now be submitted in haiku format, with bonus points awarded for seasonal references and emotional depth. Recent submissions include "Enemy engaged, bullets flew like autumn leaves, Dave forgot his lunch." Pentagon officials are struggling to extract actionable intelligence from verses like "explosion bloomed bright, like my grandmother's roses. Oops, wrong coordinates." Number six, the Great Rank Reversal Roulette. On the 15th of every month, all ranks are randomly redistributed via lottery. Privates may become generals. Generals may become privates. And that guy from supply, who nobody really knows, might become chairman of the Joint Chiefs. "It's about perspective," Hegseth allegedly explained while doing one-handed push-ups on a yoga ball. How can you lead if you've never experienced being led by someone who just learned what a tank is? Number seven, combat cuisine requirements. MREs are out, folks. All military meals must now be prepared according to molecular gastronomy principles and presented on square plates with edible flowers. Field kitchens are being retrofitted with liquid nitrogen tanks and immersion calculators. One mess sergeant complained, Hey, I signed up to feed warriors, not to make lavender-infused foam spheres that taste like the essence of victory. Number 8, the Tactical Tambourine Amendment. Everyone must carry a regulation tambourine at all times to be shaken vigorously during charges, retreats, and moments of strategic uncertainty. Military bands are in revolt, claiming this infringes on their territory, while infantry units report that the constant jingling and jangling is psychologically destabilizing to both allies and enemies. ISIS fighters have allegedly surrendered en masse, citing unbearable festiveness. Number 9, mandatory mid-mission motivational monologues. All operations must pause at the halfway point for commanding officers to deliver a minimum 10-minute motivational speech, incorporating at least 3 movie quotes, 2 personal anecdotes about overcoming adversity, and 1 reference to their childhood pet. Special Forces operators conducting stealth missions are particularly frustrated, with one SEAL commenting, nothing compromises operational security quite like your CEO loudly explaining how Mr. Whiskers the hamster taught him about perseverance. And finally, number 10, the Universal Conflict Resolution Dance-Off Directive. This is perhaps the most revolutionary of all. Any military conflict that cannot be resolved through traditional diplomacy must first attempt resolution via competitive dance battle. Each nation fields a team of their finest military dancers, with conflicts decided by an international panel of judges, scoring on technical merit, artistic interpretation, and aggressive synchronization. The Chinese military has reportedly begun recruiting from their national ballet, while Russia is rumored to be developing a, quote, weaponized break dancing program. Military analysts predict these reforms will either revolutionize modern warfare or result in the complete collapse of Western defense infrastructure. When asked for a comment, one Pentagon spokesperson simply began crying and whispered, Tuesday is Unicycle Day. God help us all.